recently decided to be more pleasant. Take note that I didn't say to be a nice person. I said pleasant. I want to be a pleasant person. There are people who, when you just meet them and you talk to them for the first time, it just feels so pleasant. And when you leave after talking to them, you feel really good. You feel happy. You feel enlightened. You feel light in your step. Life is just wonderful after talking to them. I've decided that I want to be that person. I want to strive to be that person. I might fail from time to time because I'm somebody who runs out of energy, who runs out of social battery. My social battery runs out quite often, and when it does, it is very hard for me to just try to pull out any sort of strength, any sort of charisma, anything to try to entertain you. I've decided to try to be a more pleasant person. I want everybody and anyone who talks to me to have a pleasant experience with me. I want people after talking to me to feel like their eyes have been opened to a new perspective, to a new way of doing things, to feel really good. Is that too much? Is that too much? I don't think it's too much, because I have met people like that. Some of them, we didn't necessarily become friends or anything like that. They just became an acquaintance. They just became somebody who I'll just see around, and just talking to that person for like 5 minutes, 2 minutes would make me very happy. That would be it. I think that's a really wonderful thing to have, a wonderful pull to have. To have somebody leave after talking to you feeling so much better, feeling a little bit happier, feeling like you have brought light into their life and they feel a little bit lighter. I want to be that person. I believe that it's possible. As I've said, I've seen people who have done it before. I've seen it around in my friends. Every time when I meet my friends, I leave feeling happy, feeling, you know what, today's a beautiful day, flowers are blooming, birds are singing. That's the mood that I feel after talking to my friends, after meeting and hanging out. And most of the time we don't even do anything. We just meet, hang out, eat some food and go home. And it's not because maybe I met them and I was just venting and telling them everything that has been happening to me. Just no, sometimes I don't even share any of my worries, but just their presence and us talking about random things. And it's always the most random things. Just makes me so happy. It makes me just so happy. After I leave, I just feel so happy. I feel so light. And I want to be that person. You don't necessarily have to pour out all of your troubles to me in order for you to receive comfort from me. I think that's a wonderful thing to have. That's a wonderful thing to do for people. People don't necessarily have to trauma dump in order for them to get something of value from your presence, from being with you. Your presence is soothing enough to them. I think that's, for me, that's an incredible trade. That's an incredible trade. You don't have to be overly nice to me with no boundaries for me to feel comforted by your presence, to feel happy and happier every time when I leave by your side. You don't have to bow down to all my needs. You don't have to cater for me and do everything as if you are a servant. You don't have to be overly nice. Be overly nice and benevolent to a point where you ignore your own needs, your own boundaries, just for me to be by your side. For people to find comfort, people to love being with you. You know what? I want to be a pleasant person. I want people to have a pleasant experience after being in my presence. When it comes to romantic relationships, especially to people who I would reject, I do want to be a pleasant person, but still a pleasant person with boundaries. There will be limits to that one when it comes to romantic relationship. There will be limits to that one because as much as I want to be a pleasant experience for you, a pleasant person to you, I still don't want you to get the wrong message. I will still be pleasant to you. I will still be pleasant and nice. I will still be pleasant and kind to you. I will try to be pleasant and kind to you without breaking my boundaries, without creating a situation where you feel like I am leading you on. I would clearly reject you while also trying to be pleasant to you. I don't have to be mean and rude and break your spirit in order for me to reject you. That might be a bit unique, but I think it can still be a pleasant experience for people. You don't have to be a traumatic experience to people just because you're not interested in them. I'm trying to be a pleasant experience to people. And I've recently realized that I don't think in the past I have been nice to people who liked me first. Platonic. Let's just talk about platonic relationship. Let's just talk about platonic relationships. I don't think I was very nice to people who liked me first because I was always I have mentioned it in my videos before that I have just always been somebody who is like, oh, I see somebody, I like them, I'm like, let's be friends. Yes, I like you, let's be friends, you're going to like me, right? By then, I don't think I was kind, or I was kind to people who liked me first, who did what I did to other people, who approached me because they liked me. It's not necessarily because I was rude or mean to them, but I was indifferent to them, which is still very hurtful, especially when you just have sincere and genuine, feelings towards somebody, and their indifference still hurts. I want to change my approach towards that, to be a pleasant experience to people who like me, to be kind to them. I'm not promising that we are going to be best friends. Just because you like somebody doesn't mean that they'll return your feelings and you will immediately build a relationship. I can still be a pleasant experience without pursuing any form of relationship, without being their best friend. I can still be a kind and pleasant person, so that you can just tomorrow turn around and say, you know what? I'm a good judge of character. You know, there are times where you like somebody and you end up just questioning your judgment, that, oh my goodness, am I horrible at reading people? Why am I always interested in these horrible people who turn out to just be really horrible people? I want to be a pleasant experience for somebody so that they can be able to hold their head up high and say, you know what? I'm a good judge of character. Me and her might not have been best friends or anything. And just the experience that I had, just being in her presence, was very lovely and pleasant to me. I think that's pretty cool. Anyway, thank you very much for tuning in. My name is Sophie Nicole. Bye.